I'm trying to get this right. Guys, can you quit that for a minute? Or take it somewhere else? Everyone looks up to you. They don't know it. They don't do it on purpose. It's not a conscious thing. Because you're the person who's aware. You see that mirror? You know, one person does something, oh, I have to be so masculine. The other person's like, oh my gosh, I better do something to look masculine too. Rawr! And it's like, in each move you make, and I feel like for all of us, really, this is a true, real, for everyone. That's why they say it starts. Anyway, when you make a decision to act or react, which we should never react, we should always only act out of the pure, empty, no assumptions, no old insecurities, just straight up, this is how I feel in this moment. You know, by sitting here playing with my daughter tonight, sitting here just talking, really listening to her talk and all the stuff she's saying. And as she starts to, it's like when I write. I start off a little bit and then it gets better and better and better as I go. By the time I'm done, I'm like, oh, there's a pretty decent line there. But it takes me a minute to get back in the flow. Well, we don't just sit and talk nowadays. And I've come to really, really, really realize this. I keep saying I'm going to implement, you know, family meals again, like dinner at the table, which we really do need to, because this is the example of it. We talk all right. Oh, don't do this, don't do that, stop that. You guys are always, and I'm like listening to her talk and tell me about how she feels and thinks about things that aren't even relevant right now, that aren't even going on. She got out of school like last week or whatever, and she was just in preschool. And now she's like sitting here telling me about her friends and stuff from school. Something we haven't really done. Every once in a while she'll say something like if we're driving down the road in the car or whatever. But for the most part, it's like we spend too much time telling our kids what to say and think and feel rather than just they're in this moment now and they have to feel how they're feeling now so they can learn and get through it. And then we're not being present and letting them just be, when we're constantly trying to teach them something. Like when she kind of snatched the phone out of my hand earlier because I was going to show her some pictures on my phone, and then she actually had an even better idea, and that was my first thought. I thought, you know what, there's no reason, we don't need to teach a lesson right now. It's just me and her hanging out in the bedroom. She was excited, she had a thought, she grabbed the phone. Isn't that what friends do? Isn't that what people do? Isn't that what love is? Even forgiveness, but it's like literally to forgive you. You did it before it even happened. I gave that moment to you. I gave you that moment of grace, forwardly, in a forward manner. I don't know, but still, foreshadow you know, and by doing that, that's just what I'm somehow was thinking on, is just in that idea of where you're mirroring. You're seeing the world mirrored back to you. And if you had continued to see your world mirrored back to you when you were in that old energy, those old stories, the way that people were telling you what you were, either by making you feel a certain way or just straight up telling you, well, you're garbage, you'll never be anything, or just whatever. And instead, now you've cleaned out the crap. You've cleaned out all that garbage that was never true or real or right. You are? Okay. I'll take it.
Come outside and they want to say and see no fire because it's not a bomb. Right. It's just a microphone.
Yeah.
And Mom.
I'll
be done, right? Mom,
almost, yeah.
I'm gonna go get my glasses and then get my swimsuit, put it on, and then I'm gonna go outside and then clean the pool all alone.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Okay.
Shut my door. I'll be right there. Give me just a minute.
Okay. Are you okay?
You missed the beginning half of that. You see what I'm saying about being present and how it affects other people. And of course, as I think psychology and whatnot tells you, The more you do it, the more you flex that muscle, the bigger it gets. The more comfortable she gets sitting down talking to me, the more she's going to talk to me and the deeper stuff's going to come out. But anyway, it's just like, she's 4, man. And I'm like, I feel like she was talking about this had started beeping. I think the battery's low in it. She said it had started beeping and she was going to be outside. And she said, well, what if grandpa or dad heard it and then they would panic and think that it's a bomb, etc., etc., the rest of the message. She's 4. Why do you think like that? Creative imagination. But also, like, again, kind of realizing how just, I guess, cognitive, that's the word that I'm hearing that comes to mind, how cognitive she is. And realizing we just don't really have these conversations. I don't just sit and listen every day. Even when I think I am, even when I'm trying. And I know we're busy, we're parents, it's a whole thing. But yeah, and I'm getting back to that. I hope everyone else is. 5:57. You gotta kidding me? It's going up the levels. Getting there. Not even a halfway through. Yeah, like maybe not even a third. That's all.